When you start anything, when you start out on a path to anywhere, the first step, the first day, the first minute, you're excited. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna kick ass. The next day comes and you're like, man, this is a little tougher. The enthusiasm from the beginning of the process starts to fade out. You forgot why you started. All you could think about is what's in front of you right now. All you could think about is that next grueling step, that next terrible workout, that next day at work that you just can't fucking stand anymore. And you forget the purpose of why you started. And things become monotonous. They become hard. They become miserable. You become angry. You become frustrated. Anytime you start something new, anytime you move out of your comfort zone, you're gonna go through frustration. What happens when you start to feel like a grind and things get grueling and they get gritty and they get tough and it gets harder to move through the process every single day? What happens then? Most people fucking quit. And here's the fucked up thing about quitting when things are really fucking hard. Because they're about to get easier. They're about to get more fun. And it gets pretty hard. You're like, fuck, this is gonna be really hard. And you start to grind it out. And then all of a sudden things start to click. Anytime we work into a new area of life by moving out of our comfort zone, it's gonna get really fucking hard, really fucking fast. That area where it gets really fucking hard is where most people quit. We all have times of frustration. We all have times of anger. We all have times of why me? Why is this so hard for me? But at the end of the day, when you start feeling that massive frustration, that massive anger, that massive irritation and massive stress, you are about to have a breakthrough. You are about to move through an area that most people can't make it through. And you've just got to keep moving. Things are the hardest right before they get better. Things are the most frustrating right before they get better. Things are the worst right before they get better. It's hard to remember that when you're going through it. It's hard to remember that things are going to get better, but they are, and this is part of the process. When you start focusing on how bad everything and how frustrated you are and how angry you are and how tough it is really fucking easy to talk yourself into quitting. But when you keep in mind why you started, when you keep in mind what your goals are, when you keep in mind what it is you're trying to accomplish, and you think about them and focus on them a day in and day out basis, the grind and the grit and the toughest, darkest parts of fucking any journey are right before they get better.